Hello, sleepy boys. It's me, the sleepiest boy.
Oh, do the intro.
That's it. There's no intro to be had.
We're gonna talk like Batman now.
And welcome to episode 61. 61. Holy heck, I really like Love Live. Our podcast where we go in depth and discuss every single Love Live song from the very beginning until right now. That was not a meme though. I am like...
How are you? I mean, explain to me.
It's one of those days where it's like, I had off today. So it's like, I didn't even do anything. Like,
yeah.
It was just one of those days. Like, that's it. Like, that's all, you know.
I'm big feel with you. I stayed up until 5 playing Pokemon Showdown last night. I lost 14 straight games at one point. Well, really, not at one point. It was the ending of my night point. And then I woke up at like 8 today, so it's been a rough day. I baked a cake for breakfast. Like, I don't know what you want from me, man.
So what happened was my car or my truck that I'm borrowing.
Truck.
Yeah, don't please. Was in the shop because it broke down on me on the way to school, right? So the mechanic shop that I went to is coincidentally very close to my mom's work. So I was like, "Hey mom, on your way to work, do you mind dropping me off at the shop so I can, get the truck and drive home?" She was like, "Sure." Went to bed at like 3 a.m. Forgetting that I had to wake up in roughly 3 hours.
Perfect.
And then when I got home and like went back to sleep, every time I woke up at a normal time, I kept justifying it to myself that it was okay to stay or like sleep longer. Like I went to bed at like 10 a.m. and then woke up at like noon. I was like, nah. Then I woke up at 2 and I was like, nah. Then I woke up at 4. I was like, nah. And then I woke up at like 4:30. I was like, okay, it's time.
All right, it is time. It's time. Defeatist Tyler is ready to arise. Yeah, I got a big feel on that one, my dude.
Last time we asked you, what was it? Favorites? Please tell me. Oh, favorite Blu-rays, of course.
Top 5 Blu-rays.
I usually have the description extended, but I've neglected to this time. So, whoops. Sorry if you got the click in there. We got one coming in from our boy Gold, who just joined the Discord, and oh boy, you can join the Discord too if you follow the link in the description. We'll pick your comment. Actually, we're not picking Gold's comment because he joined the Discord. We're picking Gold's comment because I really wanted to read this.
We picked his because he joined the Discord.
That's not true.
That's insider information.
Insider trading.
Yeah.
Dump stock and Love Live. So
where am I going with this? Dump stock and Aqua, dude. PDP's rising up.
I know. We realized the horrible mistake we made by asking you guys to make lists as soon as it came for us to choose questions. We're like, oh no, what have we done?
Yeah, we were like, oh god, these questions are so long. We have to read them all. It's rough.
All right, so we're just gonna lightning round this. Anyway, on to your question. Favorite Muse Blu-rays? The one with Yuri 4 lines into the song. Storm and Lover. Get it? Because they love each other.
Wow.
Ane Mone 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 Heart. Moshimo in parentheses. I couldn't think of anything funny, but it's just a solid song. And 5, Honk's Bicycle Song. And moving on to Aqua's number 2 is G Senjo no Cinderella. Number 3 is White Taco. Number 4 is Wada Wanayo. And number 5 is Fish. Spaced out like F space I.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't have any comments. Like I really just wanted to read this one like out loud. Like,
well, I mean, let's talk about this one real quick. They are platonic friends, and I will game into you, Gold. I swear to God.
So I hate this. Listen, man. So my favorite. Listen, I don't like getting political in the Discord, and I certainly don't like getting. You know what? I'm not even gonna fucking say it. Actually, I'm really not. So go ahead. I was gonna mention the Italian politician thing, but I'm just not going to. So
very good. All right, then we got one from another guy who joined the Discord, Sticks, but he joined a while ago, so I don't know if he counts. We haven't picked any of his questions ever though. He says, legendary one song episode, maybe Majuka Dreamer should have gotten this treatment. We talked about it for like 7 hours if you haven't watched the episode. BDs are an absolute premium good, made for only the most hardcore fans. They pack them chock full of bonuses and sell them at a very expensive price. We're always looking at them for the bonus songs, though. I have this in a note thing, and it goes on for a really long time, so I'm not actually going to read that all. Favorite BD songs.
The quality has really peaked.
At number 5, White First Love. Coming at number 4, Kiseki Karu. Solid choice. Coming at number 3, Tayo. Coming at number 2, Thrilling One Way. And number 1, G Senjo. So, super solid list, but it's wrong, because Karu deserves number 1 on everybody's list.
That's very Aquacentric now, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
Didn't he actually?
like
Did he say?
frankly, the Aqua's Blu-rays are pretty consistently good compared to the Muse Blu-rays. Like the Muse Blu-rays have a lot of really nice songs, but they have like they brought up the quality of like I'm sure on those they might have just been like throwaway songs they made, while on these they're like actual songs that they know will exist.
You're right. Even Styx went on to say, well, it looks like this is a Sunshine only lineup. It's more that they really upped their game with the Sunshine Blu-ray songs, which you just said, and I agree very much.
Good job, Styx. Give it up for Styx. We were just talking about the clap.
Yes.
We were just talking about the clap. That's our number one boy.
Yeah, so the clap is our third member, and with every mention of the third member of the podcast, we always have to debate whether or not they can replace EJ. So we did the pros and cons. Claps, universal, any language you can understand clapping.
EJ only speaks English.
Yeah,
that's a con.
Anybody can understand. Sometimes EJ's explanations are very long. Claps are done.
Claps simple. We usually get 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. Much shorter than 5 minutes from EJ.
Yeah, claps cannot elaborate on certain points, but then again, what percent of our viewer base cares about
So that's kind of a con. That's kind of a con for claps, but also a pro. Simplicity is beautiful.
So really, what we're saying is EJ. I'm sorry, man.
EJ's the fourth member.
EJ just busts in our house, just clapping. We just don't know what to do.
He's the fourth member of the Holy Heck boss. Crew.
All right. So, Kinmirai. Oh my God. All right. So, 100 years ago, my brother and I discovered the new Avatar, and we decided that we were going to talk about songs as they released, right?
Yeah,
that is the decision
probably
that we made.
About 7 or 8 months ago.
But for real, it's on everybody's mind. Everybody cares about the new songs, and like while these songs are definitely newer than a lot of the songs that we talked about, they're certainly not the new songs anymore.
Yeah.
I think we enacted our thing to talk about new songs. Like it must have been like right after these came out,
because
it had to.
I remember it definitely wasn't during Happy Party Train. We talked about doing it, but then we were also like, "Wow, that would really like throw off everything." And I guess we just decided not to do it then. So it must have been right after this, and we were like, we decided it was too late anyway, so we might as well just run with it.
Yeah. So here we are talking about these not new songs that were. During our podcast at some point new songs, which is I think the first time this has happened, but whatever.
This is cursed lore.
Let's talk about this single. I always tell you to go first, but I'm gonna go first today. So I think this is all right as far as strictly vocal performances are concerned. I think that both of these songs, with Yo especially, in both songs, I think this is just one of the single greatest CDs for Yo's vocal performance. You know what I'm trying to say? Like the CD has two songs where she sings very good. One of which I think is probably her best vocal performance that she's ever had. That's how I see it. I think both of these songs vocally are very, very, very good. Kinmirai can get a little too ganky, but we'll get there when we get there. What about you? Not Kinmirai. Kaigandoori. That's what I meant.
Feel very strongly. This is like hyper in control Yo. She like drops. She's got a very like shrill voice a lot of the time. And it kind of drops quite a bit in both these songs. And you get kind of what I would suspect is more of Shuka singing and less of Yo singing, Yo's like voice. So huge fan of both these songs. I remember when Kinmirai first came out, I was like, this is just like the best Yo song. So I think I like Sakura Bye Bye more at this point, but it is some good Chiron songs.
Mm-hmm. I agree that I like Sakura Bye Bye more as a song than either of these two, but I can't like shake the feeling that there is not a better Yo performance in the world when I get to the last half of Kinmirai Happy End. I can't do it.
It's one of the best vocal performances in Love Live.
I think so, for sure. But anyway, is talking about Kinmirai. I don't. All right. So what I was trying to say there, man, my life is just falling apart. Let me tell you.
This is a mess. This is a mess. I have a cold. You're broken. Like
when I was at summer camp, when I was like in like 8th or 9th grade. We had meetings every morning, and like for our village, it was separated by.
Did you murder and pillage the other villages?
Yeah, it was separated by
only the strong will survive.
Boys and girls and age groups, right? So I was in like the older boys group, and but my like village leader was talking about like something about breakfast, and then one of my like fellow campers was like, is eating breakfast more fun than talking about it? And he was like, yes, let's go. So I tried to say right there, is talking about Love Live more fun than talking about it? And I realized halfway through my sentence what I've gotten myself into.
What I really appreciate about this is very short. Like we could have just edited you out that out, and you wouldn't have had to explain this for the last minute.
But it was funny though, so that's fine.
I swear, every time you go on one of these super long story tangent, the punchline is never worth it. Remember that time in the Discord that one night where you talked for like 10 minutes and the punchline was super not worth it? And you knew it. You knew it. Halfway through, like 5 minutes in, you were like, the punchline is not going to be worth it, but I'm committed at this point.
No, it was because I don't remember what it was about, but I do remember in the beginning I was like, it's not worth it. And then you guys goddamn badgered me into telling the story, and then I warned you again.
No, you said, all right, I got a story for you guys. It's probably not worth it though. And then you started.
I probably did.
Don't you dare blame any of this on us.
Listen, man, I don't got like a limited amount of words here. Like we're all sitting in a call. It was probably quiet anyway. I'll say what I goddamn want to say.
We could have had discussions about the UU metagame and should Bisharp be unbanned.
We could have been talking about Kinmirai Happy End right now, but you had to go and break my goddamn balls. Play Kinmirai Happy End. I'm cutting this off.
Destroy these balls.
Play
Jesus
this goddamn
Christ.
song.
So in the lead up to these 3 CDs releases, we got the Azalea one, the Guilty Kiss one, and this one. I was super excited for the Azalea one. Obvious reasons. We were trying to still get there. We did not, but we'll talk about that in next week or the week after. I was pretty excited for the Guilty Kiss one. I was like, no matter what, we're just going to accidentally get there and I'll enjoy it. But leading up to this one, not super pumped for the Chiron one. I knew it might be okay. I thought I'd gotten all my Chiron goodness out of Genki Zenkai Day to Day and Yozora Nandemo. And I was like, yeah, that'll be fine for the cutesy group. And then we get this song, and this song is just absolutely great. We did subunit top 10s the other day in the Discord. I'm sure Styx has this, and he'll fucking quote me. I know he will, scumbag. But I think this song made my top 10. I'm pretty sure this song was like 9 for me or 10 for me. And this song is just like really, really great. It's got great vocal performances. It's got a really fun, really fun backing to it the entire way through. Like we talked about, one of our favorite vocal performances on all Love Live Yo is just sensational. We talked about the latter half of the song, but she's just as good in the first half. Super fun song. Real big fan guy.
Yeah, my favorite thing about this song is your reaction to it. Truthfully, when you
bring me back.
I don't know if you guys have like Love Live friends, right? Like I know a lot of people are like into Love Live and they find it awkward to talk to their friends about it, but I'm lucky enough to have Luke. Oh,
Oh, sugoi.
So we
And an entire Discord link down below.
Link down below. You can be my Love Live friend.
Wow.
So we were lucky enough throughout both of our, Luke less than me, but my whole Love Live career to kind of like bounce opinions back and forth off each other, and we got a feel of what each other was going to be into, what they weren't going to be into, their favorite songs, their least favorite songs, all that kind of thing. And my favorite thing about this whole CD is that previously I knew you were not like a Chiron boy by any means, and that's not to say like you hated Chiron, like Chiron. But it was really cool just being like, they're a group. To holy hell, did you hear Kinmirai Happy End, the best goddamn Chiron song at the time?
So when I heard these two songs, I was like, yeah, this is just like this song's just the GOAT. And I was like, if this isn't Tyler's like favorite Love Live song, I don't know what it is. And it turns out it's the other one. But other than that, like this song is pretty good. Like there's really not anything bad you can call out in this song, I don't think. Like we said, really great vocal performances from all three girls, and that's not something I think Chica's like a very average vocal performance. She like consistently is good. Ruby has peaks and valleys, and far more valleys than peaks, unfortunately. And Yo's always great, but like everybody just gets elevated by this song's instrumental, and like it just comes together to be a masterpiece.
I think Ruby was well on her way when this song came out to being like, I wouldn't call her a vocal powerhouse today, October 11th, 2018, for anyone listening in the future.
Well, October 12th, because this comes out tomorrow.
You're right.
Come on.
Wow, how the mighty have fallen. One time someone, like a guest, asked me, like, when do you guys normally record? I was like, Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Game is shit. So we keep every week we say, yeah, we're recording Wednesday next week, 100%. And then like and then 8 o'clock on Thursday, yo, we got to get this recording done.
Yeah. So anyway, back to what I was saying. I wouldn't exactly call Ruby like in the current present day a vocal powerhouse, but I feel like she has definitely very much improved since the days of this and before this. And I feel like this was like a real sneak peek into what she was, what she would eventually become on a regular basis, you know what I mean, in songs like Hiseki Hikaru and Awaken the Power and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really happy that we got like a nice little preview here. Yo, on the other hand, has always been absolutely amazing, and nothing to say there.
There's never been a time where we like weren't sure that Yo was one of the best vocalists in this group. And there she goes again, singing really good.
And sings. So my issue, I listen, I know people have cursed opinions, right? And that's kind of ironic in itself because, an opinion is an opinion and everyone's allowed to have different ones. But I get really truthfully, I get really tilted when people talk about how they don't think Yo is a good singer. And it's one thing to be like, Yo is my least favorite Love Live girl. I can be like, well, okay, like what am I going to say to that? Dude. But people that are like, Yo sings badly, I hate that. I really do. I don't even think she's like that much of an acquired taste either. Like I understand how she might like overstep the boundaries of what is too Genki sometimes, and she can kind of sound like she's throwing her voice around sometimes because she has like the means to do it.
She kind of has like a harsh staccato sometimes, a small staccato sometimes.
But I just think she's so
often.
Yeah, I just think she's so amazing though. Like especially in songs like this. Like there's a lot of times where I didn't have like direct conversations with them, but if someone came and was like, "Hey, Yo was bad," I'd like probably tell them like, "Hey, have you heard of the song Kinmirai Happy End? If not,"
I would have said, "Hey, have you listened to Love Live Sunshine songs?" Hit him with that dab.
Oh man.
Where I think it really brings Yo's vocal performance, I think it's very good, but that final solo,
oh my god,
where she like ascends into a different form, she kind of loses the staccato she's known for and like loses that harshness that she sometimes has to her voice. And like I said in the intro, I think it's a little bit more of like just Shuka kind of singing because it's pretty hard, it's pretty far up there, and you might just have to abandon that character voice sometimes. That solo is fantastic. It's one of the best solos in Love Live.
My favorite part
maybe not as awe-inspiring as stuff like Hanukkah and Stone Halation, but like it's just vocally impressive.
Absolutely.
It's great.
My favorite part about the whole ending sequence of the song is that you have Yo's incredible pre-chorus right after the solo, right?
Yeah.
And then you have like a quick like 2-second break. And then in the very last part of the chorus, you know, the demo sorewa omakadashi, she just comes back swinging, like, and then she just hits you with like one last high note to just give you all the goosebumps you didn't know you had, and just it's just like, it's great because like, I mean, the first time I was blown away, but like now after I've listened to the song a goddamn million times, like I know it's coming, and it always builds the hype because I know that last part is coming, and like even after we get done listening to Yo, I'm still sitting there being like, wow, I can't wait to listen to Yo again.
the Zens at near the end, when she's in her solo, like radiate to me big dick energy, and it's great.
Man, I love Yo. All right, I think that might be enough about Yo's voice because we talked about 7 minutes on Yo's voice.
We did 7 minutes of vocals. Instrumental's pretty good. It complements the song pretty perfectly.
I think there's a lot of uniqueness in this song. Like, for example, the guitar solo, and like it's not guitar after that. It might be synth, but I am not entirely sure. That's like some black MIDI shit. Like the amount of notes in there and the speed in which they're coming at you. It's like, man, calm down. Actually, though.
Also, the instrumental's cool. Really neat. Really awesome. The vocals are cool. A really neat live performance also. These boys got flags, and they're not afraid to wave them.
And then what was it? Oh, Anchan spelt Sharon wrong on her gun. That's my favorite part.
Yeah. It's very good.
They had what?
Yeah,
like
they have
confetti
guns.
Cannons?
Yeah, and then they game end you. It's very good. I really appreciate the live performance for this song.
Yeah, the only bigger honor than getting shot in the face by Chiron is having Rico drop the piano on you during O-Movie.
Yeah, one free and this is what it's all about.
I really do like the verse though, like the bouncy energy of it. Like I know we talk about like songs like Oyasumi-na-san or a few other songs where it's like you kind of like want to like bounce along with the verse, but this has like actual like bounce noises, like it is like instructing you, and you're just like, oh okay, yeah, I will bounce.
So you got songs like Oyasumi-na-san that have this like very bounciness to it, but I enjoy this like this quicker paced bounciness, but you feel like you're kind of bouncing at the same pace, but it's still way faster, right? Like this song is one of the prime rock out to while nobody can hear you songs for me.
It's like it's like fast to the point, like, you know, when you're driving on the highway and you maybe veer a little bit too far to the right and like you're on like the rumble strips. That's the bounce right there.
Yeah. It's the machine gun. It's the gun. It all comes full circle.
Lantis in the chat, please.
Deep lore.
Let us know Lantis down below.
Yeah, give us one large gun down below.
Oh man. So really, like, I feel like the instrumental discussion was just the icing on the cake to this discussion, because really we wanted to talk about Yo's voice for the duration of the entire song. Like,
it's so good.
That's honestly my biggest takeaway from the song, and I would guess Luke feels the same way.
I mean, it's got to be. I've talked about it before, how I feel like there's for Muse there's more of these like stunning vocal, like single girl vocal moments across the whole catalog of songs. This has to be like, just thinking off the top of my head of like single girl vocal performances in like a 30-second span that are like better than this one or on par. It's very hard to come up with ones. I mentioned Sakura Bye Bye. I think like Yo's also sensational in that song. I don't know, it's probably not as good as this one. I didn't listen to them side by side right before we did this. Probably should have, but like it's hard to think of a single girl vocal performance that's better than this one in Aqua's discography.
I see. Normally, I would agree with you, Luke. As in, like, well, I am agreeing with you, but let me get my thought process here. I would agree with you in being like, yeah, we should probably listen to both side by side before we make accusations or whatever. But when you listen to the song, it's impossible to not think about how it's the single greatest vocal performance of from Yo ever. And I don't feel that from Sakura Bye Bye. And I feel like if it was better than this, I would think that every time I listen to Sakura Bye Bye. Every time I listen to Sakura Bye Bye, I'm just like, wow, this song is really, really good. Like, it's perfect.
I personally might make an argument for like New Winding Road to be a better single girl performance, but that's like also cheating. You can't, like, the solos are cheating. So
I would think so, yeah. Actually, one of the things that you said, one of the first thing I thought of was Yoshiko screaming "Unstable World" during the chorus of her song, like, you know, just single girl moments, and I was like, wait, that whole song is a single girl moment. Hold on.
Yeah, so I don't know if we can call out to There's like Yoshiko in Strawberry Trapper, which is also super good, but I don't know if it's quite on this level. That's like the only other one that I can really think of from a group song.
Lock
off
On
the top
from
of my
a
head.
meme way.
Yeah, there might be something else out there, but there's nothing I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, there's definitely some Azalea out there that we're not thinking of right now. Sorry.
Yeah, unfortunate. So let us know down below if you can think of a single girl vocal performance you like more than this one, or that is on par with this one in your opinion.
Yep. So anyway, I think that's enough rambling about this song, despite the fact that we could probably go on for another 11 minutes.
We could probably yote for a little while longer, but we're going on 12 minutes.
Yeah, I'm ready to talk about. Can you say the name of this song?
Fucking Can I Go Door to Door Today?
It's Mormon training.
Wow.
Luke said it before, and it just
Kaigandoori de Kaigandoori.
That is the legendary sixth Kong.
He's the leader of the bunch. He sings so well.
He's finally
back from Prom Tom's hell. All right. Play the song.
One of my favorite video games of all time is Sonic Adventure 1
Wrong.
for the Dreamcast. Well, listen to my goddamn reasoning. And also not wrong, because it is one of my favorite games, so fuck you. The game is pretty bad. Like, I don't want to use the word objective, but like from an objective standpoint,
you can use it. It is
a glitchy mess. And you have the most fun with like Sonic levels and Tails levels where you're in Sonic levels. There's a lot of the game that's bad and just glitchy and wow. But you know what? To this day, it is one of my favorite video games of all time. And that's kind of the exact way I feel about Kaigandoori de Matteru. I don't think this song is very well composed at all. There's a part of the song where I think the song just stops and then restarts later on.
Very good, yeah.
Ruby dies, for example.
Help her.
Yo and Chica sound like they are back in Genki Zenkai days with the amount of Genki that they're in. And it's just, and sometimes, you know, with like the Saludi Boy that they do live, sometimes you might actually look like a Nazi if you mix up which hand is supposed to be doing what. So you got to be careful. But that being said, the instant I heard this song, like literally listening to the preview of it, I listened to Kinmirai Happy End and I had the thought, how could any song possibly top Kinmirai Happy End for me on the level of enjoyment? And the instant I heard, I knew. I love this song despite its shortcomings. I really, 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 really do.
Yeah, this song is just a big old hot, beautiful mess, but it's still just hyper enjoyable. I think personally, I'm a big Kinmirai boy, like we just talked about. And I think this song is like super good, but whenever I see this art, even though I like Kinmirai far more. Whenever I see this album cover art, the first thing that comes to mind is boom, 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 and like this song.
I didn't actually know I thought that, but you're right.
This song,
I do.
This song gets stuck in your head incredibly easily. It's incredibly fun to listen to. There's a lot of shortcomings with it when you really dig into it, but like when you're just listening to a song, you don't have to dig into it. And this song is hyper enjoyable, love live, good stuff.
That's entirely it.
It's hyper. You can sing along to it really easily. He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well. Like it's super fun song, and really like a great addition to like the entire Chiron discography. It's super good. I enjoyed the hell out of listening to this song.
This would never be a song that like I'm getting someone into Love Live and I'm like, Love Live is so amazing. Here, let me show you this song.
This is a song that like when you're in a car with them, it's just like in the playlist and it comes up and like a quarter of the way through they're like, what is this? And you're like, well,
that's actually exactly what happened.
Yeah.
When I was listening to it with my buddy Mike and I was like, you want to hear Ruby die? And he's like, what? And then he's like, and he was like, she's dead. I'm like, I know.
Yeah, it's just like you guys are in the middle of a conversation while you're driving. It flips from Strawberry Trapper, a song that you both like, and you just kind of implanted this, hoping that whoever you're with is going to accidentally hear this song. They hear the tubas, they don't think too much of it, but after hearing tubas for a minute and a half, they're like, all right, what is going on here? And that's when you indoctrinate them into the beautiful mess that is this song.
Yeah, this song, I don't think it is as chaotic as our Trouble Busters or Colorful Voices, but I still think, I don't know, it is dripping with the same amount of fun. Like, it's great. I really do like this song a whole lot.
Like you talked about, it's less chaotic. It's more like, that song's chaotic because there's just too much going on. This song's like a mess. While that song's chaotic, this song's like a mess. A just jumbled up mess of things. They're not really like flopping around or anything. They're just there. And it makes the song super fun, super enjoyable.
But anyway, there was like... Oh, okay. So actually, do you mind if I talk about the live performance really quick?
Hit that yai, my dude.
So, I gotta say, as much as I love this song... how do I put this? The energy, it could have been the group I was with. The group I was with is great, right? Garden State Sunshine, if any of you are listening, shout out to you guys. They're great. We always have like a ton of energy. It's great. I think they played this at Hakodate Unit Carnival. They almost certainly did, as opposed to the Third Live. But anyway, yeah, they didn't do Subject to the Third Live. Okay, Hakodate Unit Carnival. The energy in the theater was not there with this song, and rightfully so. Like, I don't expect this song to top anybody's like favorite song list. Like, I'm sure it does for some people, but I would imagine a lot of people when they hear this song, they're like, haha, yeah, yes, Chiron, and like that's kind of like the extent of it. You know what I mean? So it's not really a knock on the song, but like just the whole live performance of the song. They even had a cool little salute boy that I mentioned earlier, where it's like one hand is 3 fingers and one hand is like a salute, and the salute goes on your forehead and the 3 fingers goes out and in again. And if you mix those up, you're a Nazi, but so be careful.
Just don't mess it up, it'll be fine.
Even with like the added, like, it's a live show, so let's do something fun, I still didn't feel as excited as I thought I would when this song came on. And that's just me. And that's rare, because it's usually the other way around. It's usually like, I think a song is like fine to good, and then a live performance elevates it to be amazing. You know, it's never usually the other way around. So that's how I feel about the live performance of the song.
Yeah, I think the live performance is like totally okay as far as, you know, average live performances go, but it's just not a song that transfers very well.
Yeah, and like
to like people having to do things.
You're right, and like some songs like are truly like just okay, and then the live performances are just okay. Like, I'm not saying that like every live performance has to be like a spectacle, you know, but it's like, for me personally, it's like I find the song to be really great, and then I get to the live performance and it is just only okay. I don't know. So hey, remember this discussion when it comes time to do questions in a little bit. We'll get there.
Oh, spoiler alert! Jesus Christ, this fucking guy! I swear to God, I'm gonna strangle him.
So
continue.
We mentioned me mentioned before how the song, I think when we get to the yada yadas, this song just stops dead in its tracks. Like, it has a weird solo that doesn't quite match up with the rest of it, and then it gets to like this slower, like it does exactly what PS No Nothing Happens does. Exactly. PS No Mokogo, where it's just like it gets to this like really slow but neat sounding bridge, but at the same time it doesn't fit at all with the song. And it's just, I don't like it. Like, I think they all sound cool individually, like by themselves, but not in the context of a whole song. Like whenever I get to the second verse, that is when I sleep. Like I think that is the worst offender in the song. If I had to pick one thing where it was like I wish this was changed, it would be the solo into bridge and then fixing it to, you know, go back to Kaigandoori de at the end. That's my main offense with this song, I think.
I agree with that. I think the song does a super good job of picking itself back up when the solos start to come out near the bridge at the end, or right after the bridge, when there's this really cool thing play with the drums that the drums do. While the solos are going on. For me, there's a lot of like, kind of while the song is like incredibly fun to listen to, there's a definitely like easy part where you can kind of like zone out in the middle there. But once those solos starts coming up with the neat drums playing behind it, very easy to get back into it.
And like I was saying, like I like all those parts, like I really do. It's just in the context of one whole song. I've mentioned it before for a specific Hello Happy World song, the something Treasure by Hello Happy World.
Thank you. Hello Happy World.
It's like two songs together, and both parts sound great on their own. But when you make it a song, I don't like it at all. And I'm not saying I don't like this at all. I'm just saying that I wish it was more aligned with one central theme, because it sounds like it's going in two different directions here.
Yeah, and like we said, there's like a lot of glaring issues with this song, but it still just ends up being one that we can both enjoy the hell out of. And I think a lot of people enjoy the hell out of it.
Yeah, I did a lot more roasting than I thought I would with this song, but at the same time, like this is a discussion, and I have to get past like I like it to like actually talk about this song. And as much as I do like this song is still this song. So
yeah, for me, this song like sits in a dark shadow that is Kinmirai Happy End. It's obviously not no Baby Maybe syndrome, because when Baby Maybe comes on, I'm like I sleep, but when this song comes on, I tuba. You know, like it's still an incredibly fun song to listen to. It just sits in the shadow of Kinmirai Happy End, which isn't a bad, like, it's hard for songs not to sit in the shadow of that song, you know?
What this song does right, in my opinion, kind of hopping on your, like, your percussion train here, is in the last part of the verse, they kind of, like, pitch up a little bit, and the drums, instead of being their normal thing, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, Kaigandoori de, and it's just kind of like, you know, there's harmonies and there's, like, vocals layering over each other. And I think that's probably my favorite part of the song, like right at the very end. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, I totally understand.
I really, really do like that. And I think it's like a good, like kind of climactic end to this song. It was already a mess before, and now it's just crazy. I like that it ends with the same kind of motifs that it starts with. That's like, if it ended after the bridge, I'd probably like the song a lot less. If it never went back to the central idea that it had in the first place, I truly think I'd like it a lot less. But it does, you know, do what I just said. So, hey, good song.
Good song, super enjoyable song. I think we are in hard agreement. Let us know down below if this is a super enjoyable boy for you.
Just let us know down below right now. Are you typing? Are you getting ready to type?
Typing?
I'll give you a second. I'll give you a second.
We'll give you 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Quiet.
Scroll
whatever.
down.
Shh.
All right, now that you have your chat box open and you're ready to type, please type the words "I enjoy this song" with an exclamation point at the end.
And then
Thank you.
You're gonna want to hit enter and get ready for our question, which is right now. Question: what's a song that you really enjoy, but the live performance always lets you down? Tyler, hit that yeet.
The obvious answer is this one for me. Just because like I really do like the song, and I've already touched on why, but I can't even say that I wish the live performance was something else. I just wish I enjoyed it more. Honorable mention goes to my favorite song of all time, Mijuku Dreamer, because while I think the live performance is great and everything about the song is great, as we touched on, my arm gets real fucking tired during Mijuku Dreamer, because the whole song is just one of those, like, I don't know what motion it is with your glow stick, but it's a start from the bottom and like rise it to the top for the whole song. So after that, you have like the buffest bicep of all time, like just from being a glow stick boy to that song. So honorable mention to Mijuku Dreamer, but not for any reason that isn't a meme. What about you?
Mine's pretty tough. I have the distinct honor of all the songs I like have very good live performances. So I've picked two that one that does not. Sayonara has no live performance, and that's a tragedy. That is an absolute tragedy that Sayonara has no live performance. So really, that is the one live performance that upsets me the most. And small shout out to Thrilling One Way. Tyler can quote me on this. For like the year leading up to, or like half a year leading up to Thrilling One Way being performed live, I was like, if Chika doesn't appear out of some smoke playing guitar, I will end Love Live. It didn't, obviously didn't happen. Really awesome live performance, like incredibly good.
I'm mad that it's good. We can't even like complain about it.
Yeah, but Chika does not appear out of smoke with a guitar, so it's honestly terrible. I want to see Chika. Like I'll never have it.
If Anchan like actually come on, Rikako took piano lessons.
Yeah, why
What's
doesn't
your excuse, Anchan?
Yeah, Anchan, you played the drums later. Like, come on, you can just play guitar. It's
she
easy.
does play the drums later.
Yeah, and she loses one of her sticks. She just pounds it for the rest with her head. Teach it a lesson. No.
Luke said, can I let the community in on your goddamn?
Oh yeah,
you let the community in on your.
Okay, so I was like, so I know he was choosing a Aqua song, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to choose a Muse song. All the Muse songs I like have good live performances. So I was like, all right, let's take a scroll through the Love Live Sunshine discography on the Love Live wiki. And some of the ones I came across were Omoyo for meme purposes. I felt bad about it. Don't worry. Landing Action, yeah. Just because I never want to hear that song again. What were some of the other ones?
And you said Miracle Wave because
Miracle Wave because Anchan died. Pray for Anchan. Pray for Anchan. See, there's the clap. The third member.
So let us know down below if you're not a horrible person by not answering any of those answers that we just said.
Yeah, give us a real answer. Sayonara is a real answer.
Coming up next on Holy Heck, I Really Like Love Live, we have Galaxy Hide and Seek.
I sleep.
Oh, stop it. I swear.
Galaxy Hide, I sleep.
And Innocent Bird. I am the most awake I've ever been, actually, for that song, so... Galaxy Hide and Seek might be a little rough, but don't worry, I'll find a way. I promise, guys.
I think the clap's taking over next episode for me.
I'd really like you to just be the antagonist next episode. Every time I say something good, just yell from a different room like, it's shit!
It fucking sucks.
God, I can't fucking take this. Holy shit, someone say
it. It's great. We run a good program. All right. I guess
we will see you next time, friends and friends.
Yeah, talk to you guys next week.
See ya.